See here. Now see what is the structure of C++ program. Structure of C++ program. What is the structure of C++ program? Listen. So the C++ is the object-oriented programming language. We write the program in the form of classes and objects. We write the program in the form of classes and objects. So we write class, then we give the class name. Okay, then we give the class name. Okay, then starting point of class, ending point of class. So here in the class, what we define several properties and methods. We define properties and methods in the class, encapsulation and abstraction. Okay, so like this, we can define any number of classes. Finally, we define the main method. Finally, we define the main method, starting point of main, ending point of main. Listen carefully here. In the modern C++, return type of main is int. Return type of main is int. So what is the return type of main? Int. Even if we write int here or not, by default it takes int only. So in the starting versions of C++, return type can be wide or int, both. But in the modern C++, return type of main is int only. Remember this. Okay. So generally we write the statement here, return 0 we write. So 0 means successful execution. Return 0. So in the main we create the object, create the objects and invoke the members. Invoke the members. Okay. So this is the structure of C++ program. So here, if you want to write any preprocessor directives like hash include IO stream, preprocessor directives, those are called preprocessor directives. So if you want to declare any global variables, we can declare here global variables. So this is the structure of C++ program. Okay. Now listen carefully. So in this, what is this main? What is main? Main is the entry point of the program. What is main? Main is the function. Main is a function in which we can write set of statements. In which we can write set of statements. We can write some statements in the main. You already know it. And what is this main? This main is the entry point of the program. Main is the entry point of the program. Every program execution starts from main. In C++, in most of the programming languages, okay, execution starts from the main. Okay, so each and every program, each and every program execution starts from main. Okay, listen carefully. So what is the return type of main? In the modern C++, return type is int. Okay, so even if, so here last statement we write as return 0 because return type is int. Even if you don't write this return 0 statement, no problem at all. Okay, implicitly that takes that statement. Okay, even if you don't write this return type int, no problem at all. So default return type for the C++ is int. Remember this. Default return type for the function in C++ is int. Okay, so I'm writing one simple program by following this structure. I want to print hello on output screen. I want to print hello on output screen. You already know in the in the C language, we use printf function. In the C language, we use printf function. Okay, so printf hello I'm writing, printf hello I'm writing. Okay, so this is the code we write in the main, starting point of main, ending point of main, ending point of main. So here we write main here, main, main. So what is the return type of main? Int is the return type. Okay, so this is the code. This printf function included in which header file? Stdio header file. So what we write? Hash include stdio.h. So this is the code to print hello in C. This is in C. So same program I want to write in C++. In C++, I want to print hello on output screen. So to print the data on output screen in C++, we write the code in main. So for the main, return type is int. Okay. So here what we write, cout. Cout is the object of ostream class. Cout is the object of ostream class. So cout insertion operator hello. Cout insertion operator hello we write. So this cout is the object. See what is cout? Cout is the object. What is cout? Cout is the object. Cout is the object. This object. Cout is object of ostream class. This is the object of ostream class. Okay, so cout is the object of ostream class. Okay, it is defined in uh, one header file. That header file name is iostream. So in the iostream header file, okay, it is defined. So actually, it is defined in the namespace std. Okay, so cout is the object defined in namespace std. So what is the namespace name? Std. So that namespace is defined in the namespace std is defined in the iostream header file. Okay, so in the iostream header file, in the std namespace, this cout is introduced. In the modern C++, namespace concept is there. So what is namespace? Namespace is the collection of classes. You can define many classes, functions, okay, variables, etc. So it's a collection of classes. So many classes we are placing in one particular namespace. Okay, so like that in the namespace std, this cout object defined. Okay, so it is defined in the this namespace std defined in the std namespace defined in iostream header file. Iostream header file. Okay, I'm talking modern C++. Listen carefully. So C++ is the object of ostream class. So it is defined in the namespace std. That namespace std defined in iostream header file. Remember this. So that's why if you want to use this cout, we have to write the namespace name std scope resolution operator. We have to write. Or if you don't want to write this, you can write using namespace directive here. Using namespace std, you can write. So if you write using namespace std, you have no need to write std scope resolution operator each and every time. Okay, so whenever we want to use cout, we write std scope resolution operator cout like this. Good morning. So like this we write. Okay, so if we are not writing this one, whenever we are using cout, we must write std scope resolution operator, std scope resolution operator like this. So if you don't want to write std scope resolution operator each and every time, write here namespace directive. This is called namespace directive. Okay, in the lower case, write using namespace std. So this is the first program in the C++. Okay, now let me explain. See, listen. I'm opening edit plus. In any editor, you can write the C++ program. In any editor, you can write the C++ program. I'm writing in the edit plus. Okay, listen carefully. So what is the return type of main? Int. Okay, so observe carefully here. Hash include. This is not required. So I'm writing this program. So for our batch, I'm creating a new folder. I'm saving this program. For our batch, I'm creating a new folder in the D drive. In the D drive, I'm creating a new folder. I'm giving this new folder name as DSW. DSW. So DS Women's. So DS data structures Women's. Or otherwise, I'm renaming it Okay, cpp dsw, cpp dsw. So this is a folder. In this folder, I'm saving the file with the name hello.cpp. Observe carefully here. Okay, so how can we install this C++ compiler? Okay, how can we install this edit plus? Okay, everything I explain later. Okay, just try to understand. Okay, this is structure of C++ program and understand about what is this cout. Okay, so in the second sem already you practiced, you know where we write the programs, how can we compile, how can we run. I'm using another way, I'm using different way. Okay, listen. So I'm saving this program now with the name hello.cpp. So to compile this, open the command prompt, go to our program location. Our program is in the D drive. So to go to the D drive, we write D. To go to the folder, we write like this: cd cpp dsw. Now we are in this folder. Now we have to compile the program. So to compile, you practice like alt F9. I am using one command here, g++. What is the file name? Hello.cpp is the file name. I want to get exe file. After compilation, exe file will be generated. I want to get that one. So write -o. -o means output file. Hello.exe. Hello.exe. So exe file will be created. I'm writing hello here. Okay. So nothing it is printing. Nothing it is printing. It is not giving any error. Nothing it is printing. So with this, we can understand that for mains return type is what? Int. If you write return 0, that is not giving any error. I'm removing this return 0 and I'm saving this. Now also no problem at all. Okay, that is compiling successfully and that is running. Nothing it is printing. So it is not compulsory to write the return 0. With this we can understand. Okay, if you don't write int, it gives warning. If you don't write return type, it gives warning, but it will not give any error. Okay, it is not giving any warning also. See, so writing int is also optional. Return type is also optional. For good practicing, write int here. Okay, now I want to print hello on output screen. So to print hello on output screen, what we write? Cout insertion operator hello. Cout insertion operator hello. I'm writing. Now observe, I'm saving this program. Now it will give one error. It will give one error when we compile. It will give one error. See, what is that error? Cout was not declared in the scope. So where cout is in the IO stream header file. So I'm writing hash include IO stream here. Okay, so actually it is defined in the std namespace. So here we write std scope resolution operator. I'm saving it. Okay, now also it will give error. Okay, so cout is not a member of std. It is giving like this. Okay, that's giving a note here. Okay, std scope resolution operator cout is defined in which header file? In IO stream header file. So it's better to write hash include IO stream. It is the note given by that. So here what we write here, hash include IO stream. Okay, in the modern C++, you have no need to write .h. You have no need to write .h. Simply write header file name. Save it. Observe. I'm compiling this program. Successfully compiled. And I'm running the program. Hello. Okay. So what it is printing? Hello it is printing. So this is a program to print hello. Okay. So if you don't write this std scope resolution operator, it will give error. In the modern C++. Okay. If you don't write std scope resolution operator, it is giving error. This cout is the object of OStream class, where it is defined in the std. In the std namespace, it is defined. So cout was not declared in this scope. Okay. So did you mean std scope resolution operator cout? So do you want to write? Do you want to use this cout which is in the std namespace? That is asking this question to us, and that is suggesting that write std scope resolution operator cout. So write std scope resolution operator cout here. Save it. Compile and run. See here, that's printing hello. If you don't want to write std scope resolution operator here you can write using namespace std. using namespace std. So save it, save it, compile this program, compile the program, and run the program. See here, what it is printing? Hello. So this is the program to print hello. I hope you understood. Okay, so now I'm explaining the execution part. Listen carefully here. So actually what happens here is each and every program execution starts from main. Okay, here hash include IO stream means, hash include IO stream means, okay, so this IO stream header file has some code. Okay, maybe 500 lines code or 800 lines code is there. Okay, that code will be attached here. So this hash include IO stream, the single statement is equivalent to 500 plus lines. Okay, so that code will be attached here. Okay, cout is the object of OStream class. With the help of object, you are calling the method double less than method here. So this double less than is the overloaded method. So they defined like this: operator double less than method is there. Overloaded method. In the operator overloading, already you learned. How can we overload the operator? So C++ developers overloaded the operator. So operator double less than some arguments, starting point of method, ending point of method, some code. So this overloaded method is there in the OStream class. In which class? In which class they defined? The OStream class they defined. Okay, so they defined like this. I'm explaining clearly. Listen. Listen carefully. So what is the class name? Just a minute. Okay. See, class name is OStream class. Class name is OStream class. In the OStream class, they defined one overloaded method. One overloaded method operator double less than method is there with some arguments and with some return type. So this double less than method is which class method? OStream class. So this cout is the object of which class? OStream class. Cout is the object of OStream class. Okay, where it is defined in the namespace std. So in the namespace std, it is defined. The namespace std, it is defined. So if you want to access any variable of particular namespace, we use that namespace name scope resolution operator. Okay, so std scope resolution operator, cout we write. Then insertion operator. So now cout is the object. With the help of object, you are calling double less than method. So now what happens here? Just a minute. Okay, so with this statement, this operator double less than method will be called. Okay, now what I'm doing is here I'm writing hello. So it passes this hello as the argument. It passes this hello as the argument to the operator double less than method. Okay, so the cout is the object that is connected with the monitor. That is connected with the monitor. So this hello data goes to the cout object. The cout object connected to the monitor. So on output screen, what it will print now? Hello. On output screen, it prints hello now. So actually, this is the concept. So here we are calling cout double less than means this operator double less than method will be called, and a hello value will be passed as the argument. Now this hello value is stored in the cout object. Okay, this cout object connected with the monitor. So on monitor, it displays hello. This is the execution process. So this hello goes to the cout, and cout is sending the data to the monitor. So here, why we are using double less than operator? This double less than is just like arrow mark that is representing to left side arrow mark. So that's why they have given Double less than means it is indicating data goes to cout. Hello data goes to cout. So from cout, data is going to the monitor. So that's why we are using double less than. That is the meaning of this one. I hope you understood. Okay. So double less than means that is just like it is looking like left side arrow mark. Observe. So hello data goes to cout. So cout represent data on monitor. Okay. So this is about cout. For every program, I write using namespace std because this cout, when we use cout cin, I write this namespace directive because cout cin are defined in the declared in the namespace std. Okay. Sushma, Sushma Redmi Sirivennela. Sushma Redmi Sirivennela. Today I alert even if you came late. Sushma Sirivennela Redmi. Okay, just now I admitted you. Okay, don't come late. Don't come late. So this is the program to print hello on output screen. Now, see, I want to read one integer variable I'm declaring here, int x. I want to read integer value from the keyboard. So to read x value from the keyboard, what we write cout insertion operator, enter x, enter x. Then we write cin extraction operator x here. Cin extraction operator x here. So what is the meaning of this one? So this enter x will be goes to the cout object associated with the monitor. So on monitor it displays enter x. Okay, now screen will wait to read a value. The cin is the object. What is cin? Cin is the object. Cin is object of iStream class. Cin is object of iStream class. So it is also defined in. It is also defined in std namespace. Where this std namespace defined? This std namespace defined in std namespace defined in iostream header file. iostream header file. So this cout associated with the monitor, whereas cin associated with the keyboard. The cin associated with the keyboard. Okay, so cin is associated with the keyboard. Cout is associated with the monitor. So on monitor, it is displaying enter X. So from the keyboard. So now observe carefully here. So this is the keyboard. This is the keyboard. This is keyboard. With the help of keyboard, I'm typing 10. So the cin is associated with keyboard. So with the help of keyboard, I'm giving 10. This 10 data goes to the cin object. From cin to the data goes to the x variable. So here x variable, for x variable, some memory allocated here. So with the help of keyboard, I'm entering some data 10. This 10 data goes to the cin object. So from cin object, the data goes to the x variable, means this memory location. In this memory location, that stores a 10 value. Hence, we can read the data from keyboard. Once again, I'm repeating. So to read the data, we are writing these two statements. So this cout is associated with the monitor. This is monitor. Okay, and the cin is associated with the keyboard. Cin associated means linked. Okay, so for input we are using cin, for output we are using cout. So on output screen, so this enter x data, right side arrow mark, sorry, left side arrow mark. So this enter x data goes to the cout object. Cout object displays data on monitor. So enter x printed. I'm entering x value as 15. Okay, I'm entering x value as 15. Okay, so if time is over, once again I log in. Okay, if your meeting is stopped, please log in again. So now time is, so within 5 minutes our time will be over. Within 5 minutes our time will be over. So our meeting will be stopped. Then again I start the meeting. Again I start the meeting. Okay, So if you are meeting disconnected, if you are meeting disconnected, please join again. Okay. Okay. So I'm entering X value as 15 here. With the help of keyboard, I'm entering data as 15. So this data goes to C in object. From C in object, right side arrow mark is there. So this double greater than operator overload method will be called, that sends the data to the X variable. So in the X variable, this 15 value will be stored. Hence, we can read the values from keyboard. I hope you understood. So now in today's session, just we discussed how can we uh, use C out and how can we use C in. In the second sem already you learned. So just new concepts I explained, like using namespace. Asphere. Previously you didn't write. Okay, that is older C. Now I'm explaining modern C. Okay. Okay, Asphere Anjum. Okay, this is modern C. Modern C++. This is modern C++. In the modern C++, for the main return type is int. In the modern C++, return type is int. In the older C++, return type was void or int. Anyone you can write. Even if you don't write int, no problem at all. In front of main, if you don't write int, no problem at all, because default return type is int in the C or C++. Even if you don't write this int, no problem at all. That will not give any error. Implicitly, that takes. Implicitly, compiler adds return type as int. For good practicing, it's better to write int. Don't get confused. Okay, just I added one int, that's it. In front of main, I added int, and whenever we are using cout and this insertion operator, we must write this using namespace std. This is a new thing I added. And in the modern C++, you have no need to write dot h here. Don't write dot h. These are the new things to you. Okay, learn modern C++. Okay, older one is outdated. Okay, so now you know how can we read the values from keyboard. You know about cout, this insertion operator, cin, extraction operator. So insertion operator sends this data to the cout object. Extraction operator sends cin object data to the variable. That's it. So hence we can read the data from keyboard. Now see the structure of syntax to define a class. Syntax to define a class. So what is the syntax to define a class? Listen carefully here. So we write class, then we give the class name, then we give the class name, starting point of class, ending point of class. So in the ending point, we write semicolon. In the class, what we define properties and we define methods. So these properties and methods you can define in the private section. In the private section, you can define properties and methods. In the public section also, you can define some properties and methods. In the public section also, you can define some properties and methods. Okay. And in the protected section, also, you can define properties and methods. So this syntax we have to follow to define the class. So this is the syntax to define the class. Okay, so class, give the class name. In the private section, define properties and methods. In the public section, define properties and methods. In the protected section, properties and methods. As per our requirement, we use these sections. Mostly we define properties in the private section, methods in the public section. Mostly we define properties in the private section, methods in the public section. Okay, so this is the syntax to define the class. Now see what is the syntax to define the method. Syntax to define a method. So method syntax and function syntax same. We write return type. Then we write the method name. Okay, then giving arguments list is optional. This is the starting point of method. This is the ending point of method. In between that, we write the statements. So function syntax in C language and method syntax in the C++, both are same. If we write a function inside of class, that is called method. What is method? If we define a function in the class, that is called method. Okay. So what is the syntax? We write return type, then method name. Then if required, we specify arguments list. For to indicate optional, I use these symbols. Square braces means the meaning is optional. In the syntaxes, we use it. Okay, less than, greater than symbols I'm using. Angular brackets I'm using. So angular brackets means any. So any return type, angular brackets I'm using. Any method name, any valid name you can use. Angular brackets I'm using. Okay, so square brackets means optional. Specifying arguments list is optional. If required, we specify. Generally in the syntaxes, we use these symbols. Okay, so this is the syntax to define the method. This is the syntax to define the class. Okay, then what is the syntax to create the object? Syntax to create the object. Syntax to create object. Syntax to create the object. Syntax to create the object. Okay, so we give the class name here. Class name. I already told you are defining class means that this is the defined data type. So int is the predefined data type. Int is the predefined data type. To declare integer variable, you are writing int x. Like that, I want to declare one student type variable, student s1. So student is the user defined data type now. S1 is the object. So here student is the class name. Okay, S1 is what? Object name. S1 is the object name. So like this, we can define any number of, we can declare any number of objects. So object 2, object 3, you can create any number of objects here. Okay. So listen. So this is the syntax to define the class. This is the syntax to define the method. And this one is the syntax to create the class. Okay. Okay, if you want to take the screenshots in the middle, you can take the screenshots also. So this is the syntax to define the class. This is the syntax to define the method. This is the syntax to define the object. Okay, so whenever I'm explaining, if you have notes and pen, you can write in your notes as running notes. Okay, or otherwise you can take the screenshots also, no problem. So this is the syntax to define the class. This is the syntax to define the method. This is the syntax to create the object. Now see one example. Okay, so examples I explain in the next session. Okay, so just today what we discussed about what is C out, what is C in, and what is the syntax to define the class, what is the syntax to define the method, and what is the syntax to create the object. Okay, now I unmute you. If you have any doubts regarding today's session or previous sessions, if you have any doubts, you can ask. You can unmute and you can talk with me. Now I'm unmuting you. Okay. You can unmute and talk with me. Any doubts regarding today's session? Any doubts? Did you understand today's class? Please, all of you give the response. Did you understand today's class?
It's understood, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Already in the second sim, you learned it. Okay. Just we added modern C++ concepts. We have no need to write .h, and we write this